आगे अनमोल है
Oh, nice. Congratulations, Manmeet and Harmeet Singh, or Meet Brothers as you are popularly known as. Welcome to CNN News 18.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Manmeet and Harmeet, Bandeya this is of course your new song which you collaborated with Sadhguru and the singer couple Sajed Parampara. So first, please tell us about the song, its message. The song was of course launched in Vigyan Bhavan in Delhi in the presence of PM Modi and Sadhguru on 5th June, if I'm not wrong.
That's right. Absolutely. And the song is very simply says itself ki Mati Anmol hai Bandeya. Our soil is very, very precious because the existence of humanity is based on the soil. So Save Soil campaign ke liye, this song has been made, designed, thought, everything as per Sadhguru's brief.
You know, talking about the collaboration, this is a collaboration with Sajed Parampara. So which are the other collaborative projects that you think are closest to you and your aesthetics?
Lately, whatever we've done with Jubin Nautiyal, you know, most of his latest hits are all composed by us. And I think sometimes what happens is that certain voices and certain composers, when they come together, there's always magic. Like you can go back in any era, and there's a good amount of portfolio that one composer has with a singer. There have been these combinations, whether it was Nadeem Shravan and Kumar Sanu, or whether it was back in the day. R.D. Burman and Kishore Kumar ji. Whenever some people come together, like Kanika Kapoor has that connection with us, and Jubin also we realized that whenever he comes and he sings our melodies, I think it just really works. So we love those collaborations as well. But we also have a single coming out with Sajed Parampara.
You know, both of you are brothers who make music together. So right. Which are the areas do both of you specialize in respectively that makes you as a great team which works so well?
Well, 90 to 95% we are identical twins. We are like, the future of the world is cloning. So we both compose together, we sing together. Our concept is only two brother, one voice, which is what makes us different. So we've never tried to have our own specializations as such. But in the business side, creatively we are identical. We create all kind of melodies, all kind of genres. But when it comes to business-wise, yes, Manmeet is a very good negotiator. He's a very good convincer. He's got a very different business sense. I'm more of an operation guy, micros, processes, systems, and very, very organized to make the system organized that way. And he's more of an entrepreneur, promoter. Visions.
Like we both are macro and micro, but in real sense, I'm very macro and he's very micro.
But we both do both. When required, Manmeet can absolutely get into micro and do flawlessly. We can take up each other's roles very easily, identically. But choice and comfort wise, he's very good with macro and I'm very good with micro.
You're saying that if you compose half the tune, he can complete it. Is that what you meant?
Exactly.
Right.
Wow, you're also a poet, it seems.
This is a creative process. When you create music, and at times there must be things you have discovered where you least expected. It's like maybe you heard a word from a street vendor or maybe a horn of a passing truck, and you must have come up with a tune. I mean, maybe a tune that you have discovered during a sound check.
Oh yes, tunes are they're like thoughts. They're like ideas. That can come to you anywhere, anytime. You could be sitting on a pot, or you could be
like Harmeet usually gets it on the pot. So I have an assistant who's just waiting outside the door because he's ready with his recorder because Harmeet is stepping out. So we want to hear all that he wants to dump on the phone.
Like usually when I'm taking a shower and the water is washing away all the dirt and cleans up your head, that's when the Saraswati Ma, the goddess, sends all the tunes in your head, and then I rush to my mobile to record those tunes. So same way. It comes anywhere, whether it's a sound check, whether it's on the stage. It's sometimes funnily, if you're in the most sacred place like a temple also and you're praying, and it can just come to you and you need to record it.
Okay. Interestingly, now that you asked us this, so it takes us back in some sort of memory bank that we were doing a film called Baghi. Okay, it was the first Baghi, Tiger Shroff and Kriti Sanan. So sorry, Shraddha Kapoor. And the director called us and he said that I want a dance song, a girl dancing in the rains. And he said, the girl is in the train, she steps out and, there's all that, jing bang is there and lots of dancing happening. And then Tiger Shroff steps in and he does a little bit of this jig and he breaks into a dance kind of stuff. So we hung up and we were both chatting and, it just came like, this rain happenings and dance happening. So it's really very simple, like chum, 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 someone's a, oh, chum, chum, chum. And we just quickly sat and we, just made another tune around that. It was like, I think under about 20 seconds that this thing came in a flow. In a flow. And it's one of our biggest songs on YouTube. It's 1 billion on YouTube. It's one of the biggest top 5, songs of India on YouTube. So, sometimes things just happen. You're not going looking for them. They're just coming to you.
But what is it about Kanika and her voice that, you basically, most of your chart busters are with her. And you, of course, share a very a great working equation with Kanika Kapoor.
There's more to what we have. I think it's some kind of a blessing. And maybe, sometimes you have certain relationships with people when you just feel very different about them. And, maybe they're just from much before than you know. And there's more to than you know. Because whenever we come together, our melodies just, when she sings them and, I think they're made for each other kind of stuff. The Punjabi peppiness that we have, and it sits very well in her voice. And now we understand her stronger notes in her vocal cords. So we compose around those notes. So whatever songs we've done with her, it could be anything, whether it was promoted, not promoted. If it has come out, I think it's crossed 50 million, which is, I think, a miracle. So we don't take any credit for it. This is just, I think, she's our childhood friend. Our brother was with us in school. So we known her since she was 13. So I think it's more camaraderie than just about music.
Sure. A song can't be made without lyrics. We also seen a music composer teaming up with their favorite lyricist. With you all, it's Kumar, with whom you have collaborated with some of your biggest hits, including your breakout hit, Baby Doll. Right to say Kumar is that third brother of Meet Brothers who generally like to stay away from media gaze?
Kumar, see, other than, of course, he's one of the most talented writers we have in film industry. He's also very spontaneous, and we are very spontaneous too. So sometimes, if you're ever crossing Mumbai, you should drop in our studio to see how we jam. Not many people have seen it, but I think it's amazing that how we we actually come up with a song which is written and composed in 15 to 20 minutes. It just happens. It's all flowing. We're very impromptu, and that's why we get along so well. Mostly writers take their own time to write. They think, they bring a thought, but it's just fireworks when we come together. We started with Manoj Muntashir. We were launched together. We worked with Shabir Ahmed. Also, this Bandeya is written by Rashmi Viral. So we're working with everybody, and we love everyone. They're really talented guys. But sometimes, like we said, it's the same thing with Kanika, same with Kumar. It's more the friendship, the more the intense relationship that we've had for so many years, like brothers. So I think that works.
And at this point, please give us a few lines, maybe of Baby Doll or Chittiyaan Kalaiyaan.
Sure. Shiny eyes, oh baby doll, baby doll, baby doll,
Awesome. You're a creative duo who make these peppy songs together. But before recording a song, do you often consult a legal expert about the lyrics? Because today you don't know who gets offended, and maybe we have seen a community or an organization, suing a film producer or a music company.
So we travel so much, and we are very social. We read a lot, and primarily when you're a well-read person and travel the globe, you exactly know how the world thinks, what their sentiments are, what is to be said and what is not. We have gone to very good school and colleges where we have understood what the civic sense is. So we know what will hurt and what will not hurt. So 99% we are very clear, but we also do sampling. So we've kept a very free flow of communication. Our company, when our partners, people who work with us, our teams tell us, yes, sir, this might raise an eyebrow or a question, and then as soon as there is anyone who red alerts us, then we do a research. So there is a process to it. We don't let it go like that. We don't need to go to a legal concern.
So, like, you have this theatre's PVR, like that, we have a PWR policy that in whatever we do, whether it's song or whatever, we try to stay away from PWR, which is politics, women, and religion. These three things hurt people the most. And also with more entertainers. Our job is to give good moments to people. There are enough people who are there to raise an issue or talk about it or we do have our perspectives. But I personally feel that our job and our role is to when there's so much stress happening and so much heated stuff happening in the country, we're supposed to come up with a nice, peppy, happy song that makes people happy and gives them a moment like break, So we focus on that. And that's why our songs are some, earlier there used to be songs like, which are very derogatory for women, which typically everybody used to call item song. If you realize, ever since we came up with songs like Baby Doll, Chittiyaan Kalaiyaan, Love Letter, Chum Chum, Nacha Farate, we give lines where girls and kids feel great about themselves. And most of the weddings, when none of the families like girls dancing on those songs, those item songs. Not today, saying like that, Meri Chittiyaan Kalaiyaan hai, main dollar sone di, teri akhiyan likhe love letter, main nacha chum chum. You're making them feel good, and that's why families love it. That's why these songs play in all the weddings, and girls and families probably dance on it, and that's our job, and we stick to that.
Chittiyaan Kalaiyaan also now has been questioned why Chittiyaan Kalaiyaan, but anyway, in this over 10 years long career film journey, you must have done work just for money or compose music which generally people don't hum or go back. What are such films where you just did it for money?
Well, when we get business, we don't really make an Excel sheet of what is for money, what is for creativity. I think it depends on our bank balance. अगर पैसे नहीं है खाने के लिए तो फिर काम की कभी-कभार उठा लेते हैं. But even when we work for money, we do make sure we create melodies. We don't let the melody go. Melody has nothing to do with money. It's like चाहे पैसे के लिए खेलो या नहीं खेलो, सचिन तेंदुलकर चाहे सड़क पे खेले या ग्राउंड पे खेले, वो मारेगा छक्का ही.
And honestly, the way it works in film industry is that the bigger the movie, the more budget you get. So we're always wanting to, work with all the top stars of the country. Whereas we've also done movies for music for films which did not have very big stars, and as in which were not the main lead film stars. And some of those songs have done very well. In fact, for example, like when we did Baby Doll, Chittiyaan, that time Sunny Leone was not a big film star, but that made us who we are. So, and that paid us less than maybe a Hangover we did for a kick on Salman Khan. So it's never about the money. Once you say yes to something, we get so crazy to create something that at that point of time, money.
You don't even remember who has given us an X price. So tomorrow, if you want us to produce a song for your channel, don't worry. We'll if you pay us very well, then also we make a very good song. And if you pay us a little less, then also we'll make a very good song.
It's like we just make anything, bhajan hi kyun na bana rahe hain, just Chatkara, bolo Vishal Chatkara. अभी गाना बन गया, अब बन गया तो हम खुश हो गए. थोड़ी सोच रहे इसमें कितने पैसे मिले थे बनाने के लिए. Nobody thinks.
अब उसके लिए 1 करोड़ रुपए दे दोगे तो भी चलेगा, और अगर आप 50 लाख दोगे तो भी we won't mind.
But then what was your reaction to these lines? तेरी शर्ट दाम है बटन सोनी.
So
उसका बड़ा अच्छा ट्रिविया हरमीत बताएगा.
So basically
पहले गुनगुना देते ना क्या हरमीत before you tell the story so that everybody knows हम कौन से गाने की बात कर रहे हैं. तेरी शर्ट दाम है बटन सोनिए बालों का तेरे में लिप हो गया चांद से भी ज्यादा सोना मुखड़ा तेरा आए देखते ही दिल ये स्लिप हो गया मर गए यार दीवाने तेरे लवर पुराने डाई हार्ड फैन तेरे है तू ही कदर न जाने. So this song was, that was one of our initial movies we did for Kya Super Cool Hai. Ekta was here.
And when Ekta said that I want a girly song where, you know, girl, you could be talking about her beauty, her jewelry, her makeup, her hair clip. And she was playing with a button. So like, you know, button is, चाहे hair clip होना हो, button तो हर लड़के के भी कपड़ों में होता है और लड़कियों के भी कपड़े में होता है. तो Kumar said, why don't we write something on तेरी shirt का button, because she was playing with a button. And then, you know, we both said, yeah, that's a nice line. तेरी shirt का मैं button. And Ekta said, wow, that's a great line and a great composition. Let's record it right away. So that's how instantly it came.
It's just an expression of love that, you know, it's more like I'm right close to you, I'm right next to your heart. मैं तेरी shirt का button, तेरी बालों का clip, मैं तेरा ये आम. And those days, you know, we didn't have such lyrics today.
आप इनके लिए बनाते तो तेरी आंखों का चश्मा, तेरी आंखों का मैं था चश्मा, विशाल भाई.
So it's just I think it was a very different take on a love song. And back then, today everybody writes such lyrics, ki main tera amplifier and all of that. Nothing was happening those days like how, you know, Kumar wrote this. So we just put a great melody around it, and it was a different. Sonu Nigam, of course, sang it so well.
For a sex comedy. There was also Hum To Hai Cappuccino in the same film.
Oh yes, of course.
You know, we can clearly see the influence of Punjabi in your music. Do you all sometimes like to do something with folk tunes and give them a twist? Say a song like Pasuri or Bajre Da Sitta. Is that something interests you guys?
Yeah, I mean, folk is something which is always loved by all. Today, no matter how Western we go, we always eat our dal chawal, which is happening for thousands of years in India. So, our folk is our, you know, basic staple diet, and उसको हम recreate करके बनाते हैं तो लोगों को अच्छा लगता है. See, people don't buy such music, they don't listen to it, then we will not be able to earn our bread and butter. So it's demand and supply. Audience, janta demand करती है, तो we have to give them certain folk songs, certain modern melodies, certain Western songs. It has to be like a complete bouquet.
Meet brothers, thank you so much and best of luck.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Teachers.